combat veteran and former Bridgewater CEO Dave McCormick.
Pennsylvania Senator Dave McCormick.
Tina Powell McCormick. Very successful.
Leadership in empowering women entrepreneurs.
First Deputy National Security Advisor.
This is the story of how transformative mentorship changes the world.
We interviewed leaders from a wide range of perspectives. Industry CEOs, political leaders, military generals, authors, even chefs. We asked how mentorship shaped their journeys.
Because we know it shaped ours.
Somebody who's a little bit external was my uncle, who said, hey, I think you could make a living one day as a writer.
My high school civics teacher really took time to push me.
I had a football coach that changed my life. I was a mediocre football player, sat on the bench, and this coach picked me out and essentially made me co-captain. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself.
A lady named Alma Shuckhart. She was the CFO for the first bank I worked for, and she took a chance on me.
Walk toward the fire. If you just decide to reject all of the bad incoming, and it doesn't have to exist for you, it changes your life in an incredible way.
You don't need to go to college. You can do whatever you put your mind to it.
He said, Brian, you exaggerate. You're exaggerating when you don't have to, and it seems like you're lying.
From the writing perspective, do at least an hour a day, and you will build your ability to perform at a high level.
And at that very moment, I didn't exaggerate at all. I went with only almost a scientific fact.
The best advice I ever got was from a mentor of mine named George Kosmetsky. And I would go to meet with him often and sort through ideas about how to grow Dell. And at one point, things were just going wrong. And he told me simply that when I find a problem, I need to fix it as fast as I find it.
The boss I had was a very senior, up-and-coming, rising guy. He took me aside and he started talking about the way I dressed and said, you know, Lloyd, there are these things called collar stays. I didn't know that when you get your shirt and your collars are down, the way they stay down is because you put a little piece of plastic in the corner of each of these things. Because when you show interest in somebody in the small details, it gives you the credibility to talk to them about larger things because it really establishes your commitment to their success.
Don't be afraid to commit to something, and don't be afraid to bet on yourself.
Be the hardest working person in the room, and that's something that can't be overcome.
One of the things that I think held me back is often reliving or relitigating what I could have done better.
Finding your passion and being willing to pursue it.
You can't change what has already happened, but you can look forward.
Being the best version of yourself, especially when you know that there are young people watching. I don't think there's any better way to live.
I know that I would not be where I am today or have had the career that I've had without people along the way who believed in me.
We think mentorship is the gift that all of us can give. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. You don't have to be a famous person to help change the country or change the world.
Those unsung heroes didn't know at the time that they were truly making a difference that all of us felt because those leaders eventually had an impact on the country and the world.